In New Orleans, between 1918 and 1919, someone broke into homes at night with an axe already waiting inside. 6 people were killed. No one was ever arrested. The attacker chiseled through door panels to get inside, used weapons he found in the house, and never stole anything. Investigators called him the Axeman. The spree is generally dated from May 1918 to October 1919. Most victims were Italian-American grocers and their families, attacked in their own homes after dark. The first widely accepted attack came on May 23, 1918. Grocers Joseph and Catherine Maggio were assaulted inside their home in the early morning hours. Catherine Maggio died at the scene. Joseph died a few days later from his injuries. Their deaths marked the beginning of over a year of terror. Investigators studying the crime scene noticed a pattern that would repeat across the case. A small panel chiseled out of a lower door, just enough to reach the lock. The attacker almost never brought his own weapon. Instead, he used an axe or straight razor already inside the victim's home, then left it behind. Nothing was ever reported stolen from any of the homes. Robbery didn't appear to be the motive, which left police with few leads to chase. Because so many victims were Italian grocers, New Orleans police floated a theory involving organized crime and rivalries within the immigrant grocery trade. That theory lost weight as attacks continued against people with no clear tie to it, including victims who weren't Italian at all. The pattern didn't fit. Through 1918 and into 1919, more attacks followed the same method. A chiseled door, a household weapon, a family shattered, and no witness who could identify the intruder. The city grew increasingly anxious. Newspapers covered each new attack, and residents began locking doors, installing lights, and watching their neighborhoods more closely at night. Then in mid-March 1919, the case took a strange turn. The Times-Picayune published a letter claiming to be written by the killer himself. The letter, printed March 13th and 14th, claimed the writer was a supernatural being, not a man. It promised to strike again soon. The letter made one specific demand. On a set night, anyone playing jazz music in their home would be spared from attack. On March 19, 1919, the night the letter specified, New Orleans responded. Jazz bands played and residents kept music going in their homes until morning out of fear. For one night, an entire city organized its behavior around a threat it couldn't verify. From a letter no one could confirm actually came from the killer. The letter became one of the case's most enduring details, blending real violence with an almost theatrical, folkloric element that outlived the murders themselves. Attacks continued in the months after the jazz night, still following the same pattern of forced entry, a weapon taken from the home, and no theft. The final attack tied to the case happened on October 27, 1919. Grocer Mike Pepitone was killed inside his home in the early hours of the morning. Pepitone's wife reported seeing a large man fleeing the bedroom, but she was unable to identify him. It was the last attack ever attributed to the Axeman. After October 1919, the attacks simply stopped. No further killings matching the pattern were reported in New Orleans in the years that followed. The New Orleans Police Department conducted an extensive investigation at the time, interviewing witnesses and chasing multiple theories. No suspect was ever confirmed, and no one was arrested or charged. More than a century later, the Axeman's identity has never been established. The case remains officially unsolved, with no confirmed suspect and no closure for the victims' families. Various names and theories have surfaced in books and articles over the decades, but none were ever charged, tried or proven in connection with the killings. The case has since been folded into broader cold case review efforts, but without new physical evidence or a confirmed identification, it remains open in the historical record. Today, the Axeman of New Orleans is remembered as one of the most enduring unsolved cases in American criminal history. Part true crime, part local legend. 6 people lost their lives in a spree that terrorized an entire city for over a year. Their identities are documented. Their killers is not. More than 100 years on, the case remains a reminder that not every story ends with an answer, and not every crime is ever solved.